Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, January 4th, and it's nice outside. It's so nice. It's 7 below. This is the coldest I can remember it in a long, long time. Usually you get the cold or you get the snow, but this year we got both. We got this cold and we got the snow. And I think we're supposed to get some more snow. And I think our high today is supposed to be 1. Reminds me of like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when John Candy and Steve Martin are sitting in the back of the truck, and somebody says, well, what do you think the temperature is? 1. That's how cold it is. My brother-in-law doesn't drive because he has a disability, so I don't have a problem driving him. He usually takes the bus. It's not like a major disability, but you know, it's enough that he can't drive, and so he usually takes the bus, but it's just too darn cold to take the bus. And then it's, like I said, it's about a mile walk to get to the doctor's from the bus stop. So I'm in the parking lot at Kohl's, and I went in to exchange my pants, and I dropped him off the doctor's. I came over to Kohl's because it's right by his doctor's office. I went to exchange my pants, and I know all of you told me that I should go for a smaller size, but I know who I am, and if I would have got the smaller size, I would have been trying them on every week, and when they didn't fit every week, it would have discouraged me, and I would have ate. Because that's what I do. I'm an emotional eater. I'm a stress eater. I'm an emotional eater. I'm sure all of us out there have the same issues. But so I just know that's who I am. So I had every full intention of going in there and just buying or exchanging for the exact same size. Unfortunately, they didn't have my size. They didn't have any. They had a lot of 24s, which that's what I'm bringing back, and they had a lot of 16s, which is too far of a goal. You know, it's a goal I'm going to hit, but it's in the future a little bit. So I didn't even exchange them because they didn't have any that I wanted. So I'm going to go to the one by Christy's house. This one's by Mary's house. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Squirrel! But anyway, I get so distracted. Well, today's 2 birthdays. The first one is Jill Shelton from the UK. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jill from the UK, Shelton. Happy birthday to you. And she gets to share her birthday with Susan Millard. And today is her birthday also. So Susan, you get your own song too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. I just love birthdays. I just do. I have no problem. I'm sorry that my singing is so bad, but you know, that's what you get. I'm so sorry. But I'm just so determined. And that reminds me of Cynthia Square told me, no, not Cynthia Square, Julie Courtney. Sorry about that. Julie Courtney told me, wake up with determination, go to bed with satisfaction. And that's what I'm going to do every day. I was so satisfied with myself. Now I was even beyond satisfied. I was just so yay with myself yesterday because I stayed on my plan. And it's just easy to do when you're in the right frame of mind. You have to be in the right frame of mind. Everybody knows that. Everybody wants to lose weight, but a lot of times you just don't want to make the sacrifices. And sometimes there are sacrifices. This past couple weeks haven't been too much of a sacrifice because I still ate what I wanted to eat, and that's the beauty of this program. You can eat what you want to eat. But I want to welcome Cynthia Square as an official member of my family, because my family, we're like with a knife, we stab you, and then we're just we pounce like on a dead animal. Poop, you know, we pounce because she picked up that I made a mistake in my video yesterday where I said I'm a sweat girl kind of pants, and I meant to say I'm a sweatpants kind of girl, but she caught it and she made fun of me, and I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. My family, we go in for the kill. We just do, and we do it out of love, and I took her comment out of love. I really did. But we will, you know, like we won't, what was it called, like a dog with a bone. If somebody makes a mistake at one of our meals or something, or if we're even together, we'll beat that to death. We'll beat that horse to death. Just going over, oh, did you hear what she said? She said she's a sandy pants kind of girl, or she's a sweatpants kind of, no, how did I say it? She's a sweatpants kind of girl. Instead of saying she's a sweat girl, no, wait a minute, she's a sweat girl kind of pants. I knew I get it right, but that's what we would do. That's exactly what we would do, and we would do it, and we would do it, and we would do it. And if you fall or you hurt yourself or something, first of all, we always make sure you're okay. And once we know you're okay, it's free game. You're on your own. Which reminds me of a story. I think I go on and on about my stories, but it's like memories I like to share. If my kids ever look at these videos in the future, they'll learn a little bit more about their mother that they didn't really know. I keep looking around because, like, you don't want to be sitting in a mall in the middle of nowhere and have somebody walk up on you and rob you. So I'm just always on the lookout. But anyway, Jim and I went to Greenfield Village for the 4th of July celebration because our anniversary is July 2nd. And two stories, because I didn't realize that I got married on 4th of July weekend. Duh, I don't know what I was thinking of. And we went on our honeymoon. I couldn't figure out why there was so much traffic. First of all, I couldn't understand why so many people. We went to Cedar Point. Were we young or what? 20 years old, and our honeymoon was Cedar Point. So we went to Cedar Point, and the traffic was horrendous, and the park was crowded, and it was just funny. But anyway, my other story was, so we went to Greenfield Village every year for the 4th of July celebration because they'd always, shoot off the fireworks. They played the Tchaikovsky's War of 1812 overture, and then they go boom, boom, boom. It was, and we always said it was just for us that they did it. But really, it really wasn't. But they, we always told everybody they did. But anyway, so we always went with a bunch of friends and my family. It was a whole bunch of us, and we would like form a circle, like the wagon train, and we'd have our little carts and stuff, or not carts, our lawn chairs and our picnic lunches and stuff. And I had just got that year a new lounge chair with, like, one of those things you carry on your back, but it had a recliner that you could pop it open and it was recliner. And so I was sitting there and I was enjoying it. It was so much fun. And they brought out the cake. You gotta have a cake. It's your anniversary. I didn't know that they were gonna have a cake because we usually didn't do cake, but they brought me a cake. It must have been like a 20th or something. I don't know. But anyway, they bring out the cake, and I wanted a piece of cake. This fat girl wanted a piece of cake. So I got out of the chair, and I forgot that it was like a recliner chair. And I was in between the footstool and the chair, and I started going for the cake, and I got wrapped up in the chair, and I fell, and I rolled with the chair. And all my whole group started laughing at me. That's what we do. That's what my family does. And they were all laughing at me. Well, the people that were around us were mortified that they would let somebody do that, because maybe I was 50. I had to have been older. I think I was probably 50. And they're probably thinking, look at that elderly woman falling down. Because when you're 20, 50 looks old. But they come rushing over to help me, and then are you okay? Are you okay? And I go, yeah, I'm okay. And they go, I can't believe that your family just let you go on like that. And I said, they did it out of love. So I got all unwrapped from the thing and had my cake. So I had my accident and my cake too. So, okay, I gotta go back and pick up Don. So I will talk to you in a bit. I'm sorry, this might be another two-parter. You seem like you don't mind, so it's just easier for me to do two parts, one in the morning and one at night. I'm not gonna do it all the time. I don't know. I'm very long-winded. So let's go get Don. Okay, I'm back from all my running around, so now I'm gonna eat my breakfast. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 50 ounces of water. I sure thought I'd walk more than 3,560 steps because I did a lot of walking. But my quote is, you don't have to go fast, you just have to go. 25 smart points, 0 for my egg, grapefruit, banana, tea, water, and berries. 2 points for my piece of toast, and 1 point for my teaspoon of peanut butter. It's a 3-point breakfast, so I have 22 points left for the rest of the day. Okay, let's eat our dinner. And I have a 0 for the salad, 2 for the smart wrap, 2 for the 3 ounces of turkey breast, 4 for the 1 ounce of provolone cheese, 0 for my mustard and pickles, 0 for my salad. I opted for a higher point dressing again tonight, so I have 6 points for 2 tablespoons of Thousand Island, 3 points for my half a cup of cottage cheese, and 3 points for my 1 ounce of pretzels, which is about 19. So there's my dinner. And there's the stuff I used. Well, I'm only going to do one 15-minute video today because I had a very stressful day today. I'll tell you about it tomorrow when I have a little more time. But it was just, it was a day like you wouldn't believe. But anyway, I forget who it was and I apologize, but someone had asked me the story behind this picture. My cousin Robin painted it, and she's an artist, and she was a missionary, and she's just a really nice person. She really is. She's just, I don't know, I just can't say enough nice things about her. But anyway, she painted this picture years and years and years and years ago, and it was probably maybe in the late 70s, early 80s. I saw this in her art studio, because she had a little art studio where she was painting it, and I fell in love with the picture, and I really, really wanted the picture. So I asked her how much she wanted it, and she said she wanted it, she was selling them, and it was $100. Well, back then, $100 was a lot of money, so it had to have been like in the 70s. And I thought, I can't justify paying $100 for the painting, no matter how beautiful it is. And so I said, I'm sorry, but I really don't want it for that much. And so she says, well, I'm sorry, but, you know, that's how I make my living. And I completely understood that. I really did. So my mother never knew I liked the picture. And then maybe a year or two later, my mother saw the picture and she fell in love with it, and my cousin gave it to her. And I always told my mom, you know, I wanted to buy that from Robin, and she wouldn't sell it to me. And so she says, well, I'll tell you what, when I die, that'll be your picture. I'll leave that to you. And so when my mother died, she left me that picture. So I have it back here because it's a memory of my mother. And that is the blanket my mother always wrapped herself in. So I wrap myself up in that blanket, and I think that it's my mom's. And my mom is with me. I know it's a morbid thought, but she had that on her deathbed. But it brings me comfort. I know that's kind of odd, really is. Why would you want something that would be so reminiscent of death? But as much as I fear death, I know that there's a better life on the other side of death. And I know my mother's there waiting for me. And so just being wrapped up in the blanket brings me memories of my mother. And just another stressful day. So anyway, I don't want to end on a sad note, but I've only got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get everything in. What can I do? But I stayed on program again. I'm really good. Even with the stress that I had today, I stayed on program. So that there's 100% non-scale victory, because lots happened today. You'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what it was, but nothing really bad. Just an all-around crappy day. So anyway, I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, well, I just realized I had 2 more minutes. First of all, the reason I have this sweatshirt on, I wore it yesterday, and I didn't want you to think I'm like a sloth that wears the same clothes 2 days in a row. It's freezing! It's freezing cold! And I have my thermostat turned up to 69. I usually keep it at 67, so I know I could keep it warmer, but that's just not what I do. And I am not by any means depressed, so don't worry about me. Everybody has a crappy day every once in a while. Today was my crappy day. What else was I going to say? I don't know what it was, but I just want to let you know, don't worry about me. Not that you were, but don't worry about me. I'm fine. It was one of those days, that's all. That's all I can say. But tomorrow's a new day, and I'm staying on program. Even with all the stress today, stayed on track. That's it. I really am done this time.